Hello, it's me, Jared Rogers. I can sense your skepticism. Stop at this instant. This is an image of myself. You do not believe me. How rude. We don't have time for your mistrust. We have a book to review, after all. The literary masterpiece in question is titled Chains, by Laurie Halse. Here is a picture of me reading the novel over the last fortnight. There. That should settle the debate. Good. Let's get cracking, shall we? We have much to discuss. Let us begin with the setting. The year is 1776. America is a thing now. Go team. But before you wax all patriotic on me, recall that this time period wasn't pleasant for all, or really anyone for that matter. Unless you were super rich and handsome like me. But I digress. The current political climate was something like this. Again, not very nice. There was also this nonsense going on at the time. Some people were treated worse than we dare treat our pets today, and that is absolutely inexcusable. Hands up if you would like to introduce Bad Beard Man here to the business end of a weaponized cactus. Take a break from contemplating plant-based violence so that we may discuss the plot. Chains opens with a funeral, which sums up the underlying bleakness of the setting perfectly. We are also introduced to the protagonist, a girl named Isabel. Isabel's family has been split up by walking trash bins. Like Bad Beard Man here, all that she has left is her sister, Ruth. Ruth suffers from what I assume is epilepsy. Already our most likable characters are at a notable disadvantage. The aforementioned funeral is for Ruth and Isabel's former slave master's funeral. Apparently Miss Finch wanted to free them in her will. How sweet of her. One can almost forget she was a slave owner. Nope. She gets the cactus as well. However, because no one thinks to text the lawyer involved in the will, Isabel and Ruth are handed over to Miss Finch's brother, whom I shall call Scumbag henceforth. Scumbag then sells Isabel and Ruth to perhaps the most unsavory couple in all of literary history, Anne and Elihu locked in. Not only are these two sad excuses for human beings, the loyalists to the crown are not fans of the whole America thing. I may be many things, but I am not a dirty spoiler, so I shall not retell the story to you here and now. Suffice it to say, there is a great deal of hardship, many things that will make you want to cactus smack fictional characters, a kid named Curzon that will restore your faith in humanity. And it will end with a shameless cliffhanger that will force you to throw your wallet at the next book in the series. In the end, I very much enjoyed this novel. Though it is not what I typically read, it left a lasting impression. I shall spend the next fortnight or two reading the rest of the series. The setting is interesting. The characters I can certainly sympathize with / hate intensely, and the book is very well written. Thank you for joining me for this episode. It has been truly grand. If you have not read this book, one suggest you do so. It is quite good, and I, of course, have impeccable taste. Have a lovely evening.